Hello and welcome to the inaugural edition of 5 While I Drive. My name is Frank Rivera. I am the founder and CEO of FD Rivera and Associates, a full-service marketing firm. And as you can see, I am driving. The whole premise behind 5 While I Drive is I wanted to start a video blog and found that I was just, always on the road, very busy, always came up with a lot of ideas while I was driving, and decided, hey, why not make best use of my time and do my blog while I'm on my way meeting with clients and colleagues. A lot of people get the great ideas in the shower. I get mine when I'm driving in the car. So as you'll see, I'll be looking around, so forgive me if I'm not looking to the camera the whole time. But hopefully, 5 While I Drive will offer you some tips, guidelines, suggestions on building your business, improving your personal life in areas of leadership, sales, marketing, social media, things which I'm really passionate about. So, a little bit about myself. Graduated from West Point in 1987. Went on to work with several healthcare companies in sales and marketing. Perhaps you've heard of them: Novartis, GlaxoSmithKline, Johnson & Johnson. Went back to school, got my master's with a concentration in finance, and just really fell in love with social media and online and kind of online marketing. Kind of decided to merge the two, and business just took off from there. So I've learned a lot in building a business and personally as well, and just want to share that with you. So hopefully this will be an evolving type of thing. Forgive me if I have to work out a lot of tweaks in the beginning, but I think it's going to be very rewarding for you. So I was trying to think about what would I do for the inaugural edition of 5 While I Drive. And I thought about branding, identity branding. I find that with a lot of my clients, or even a lot of people I run into when I'm out networking and a lot of functions, whenever you ask somebody about themselves or what do they do or about their business, they always talk about what it is. They never talk about why or what is the personal branding, the company branding, what that really sets them apart. That is their differentiating factor. I mean, if you think about it, when you think of Subaru, what do you think about? Safety. On that very popular commercial, it said, they lived. And finally, the family at the end says, we lived. When you think about Apple, come on, I mean, they are always the example that people give as far as company branding, innovation. They developed a very loyal following because of that. And for myself, I went through several, I think you could say, taglines, some which I really liked. And I think probably only one of them really said why my company did what they did and the way that they did it. And when we started as a social media company, our line is, and was, and still is to a certain extent, making dollars and cents of social media. Then as we've evolved into a full-service marketing firm, our tagline became a different kind of marketing company, which really didn't define us well. And I was thinking long and hard about, really, why do I do what I do, and what affects me the most, and what really drives a lot of my clients to decide to come with us. And that is, we just hate to see good companies fail. We hate it. We have come across a lot of startups, a lot of great ideas that just didn't last. And was it because of marketing? Sometimes. Other times it was just because of inefficient business practices or processes. But irregardless of what the reason was, we just hated to see them fail. And that's our identity. That's what drives our decision and what drives our entire model behind our company. So an easy way of thinking about branding yourself or your personal brand or your company brand, and a lot of times I think the two can go hand in hand, is, do you remember that song by that group De La Soul back in the day, Me, Myself, and I? Well, I thought about that. I said, you know, that actually fits in pretty perfectly with identity branding. Think of the me, the ME as your message. The myself, yourself, and the I, see. Because in the video, they always say me, myself, and I. So I said, okay, so what is the message, the ME, that you want about yourself, myself, that you want others to see? Me, myself, and I. What is the message that you want others to see? What is your story? Believe it or not, a story can really connect you with your prospective clients and your customers and actually keep you connected to them. Because if you're constantly talking about what it is you do, what it is that you do, and never develop that emotional connection with them, they really could care less. And longevity might end up being a problem with a lot of those customers. So next time you're out and about, think about why is it that you do what you do, and introduce yourself in that way, or introduce your business in that way. A lot of times when people ask me, what is it that you do, Frank? I say, you know what, before I tell you what I do, let me tell you who I am. And then I tell my story about being in the military, taking care of my troops, getting them back home safely from the Gulf War. Then I talk about caring for the patients of physicians when I was in the pharmaceutical industry. And that I still carry that same level of care today with my existing clients when I'm marketing their businesses. So that's it. Hope it was some value. Please forgive the lighting. Like I said, it's 5 while I drive. It's not going to be perfect, but at least I hope that the information was helpful. All right? Well, you take care.